We're now ready to go after the 3 content box graphics and their titles, the experience, tickets and rates, and our location. So, of course, I'm back inside the high-resolution layout inside Photoshop. Now, this is going to be a little bit, I don't want to have you thinking this is going to be insanely complex. It's just going to be a little bit more involved because we have multiple objects that we want to make sure that we're pulling out of the Photoshop layout. So give me a second. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit closer. I'm going to get rid of my marching ants from earlier on just by deselecting Controller Command D on your keyboard. I'm going to go after the experience first. Okay, so once again, what I want to do inside the layers panel is I want to go and find that guy. Okay. And as a matter of fact, what I want to do is I want to disable some of the other layers. Now, what we can do in this situation is we don't have to disable all of the layers like we saw earlier on with the logo. We could just simply disable a few of the layers. Now, most importantly, what I want to do is I want to find that vector smart object for the experience. There he is. So I want to make sure that I'm going to extract that guy, as well as the Emily Dickinson photo, right? This guy as well. And don't forget, he had the layer effect applied to him as well, the stroke there. So what I want to do here is I want to disable the visibility of content box 1. That's the blue background. Okay, so I'm going to disable that guy. The other thing that I want to do is I want to disable the actual background layer all the way down at the bottom of the layers panel. Okay, so in other words, what I'm after is just the title and the graphic sitting on a transparent background. That's what I want. I'm going to tap the M key on my keyboard to flip me over to the rectangular marquee tool, and I'm going to very carefully select the experience and the Emily Dickinson photograph like so. Perfect. Make sure you encompass both objects in your selection. And you might have to take a couple of tries at it to make sure you have it properly, or you could throw down a selection and then you could go select and then down to transform selection, and then you could tweak your selection just a little bit to make sure you have everything in there, maybe something like that. Okay, hit enter to lock that in. So we're ready to extract this material now. Once again, it's not going to be a straight copy and paste, it's going to be a copy merged, okay? So once again, this is a great example of using this copy merged command, grabbing multiple layers now. This is the first time that we've grabbed multiple layers using the copy merged, all right? Controller Command N on your keyboard or File New. Hit Enter on your keyboard to create the new file and paste Controller Command V, and there we go. There's the first graphic that we're after. Wonderful stuff. All right, now we've seen this a number of times already. I'm going to use my Save for Web command underneath the File menu. Now, this time I'm not going to go with JPEG because JPEG doesn't support a transparent background. So I've got to go with a PNG 24, which is going to result in a higher file size, a larger file size, but I really do want that transparency there, okay? All right, good stuff. Go ahead and save this guy up. Now, you could call this the experience if you wanted to, the experience.png, or maybe for myself, I'm just going to call this contentbox1.png, okay? And I'll go ahead and save that guy, and there we are. We have our graphic extracted. We're now ready, of course, to go and drop them into the code. However, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get rid of this file here. Now, once again, in the real world, I'd probably hang on to this guy just in case I need him, but I'm going to close out of him here. And I'm not going to bother saving. Now what we want to do, before we actually go and get the experience into our code, is we want to go and extract tickets and rates, and also the guy right next door to him, our location. So let's extract these two guys, and then we'll get all 3 inserted into our code and under the control of CSS all at the same time.